Hello, I'm Snacks. I don't want to make this video too long and don't expect a bunch of videos from me. This is like a one time thing. So, I'm not going to tell you the long story and how I started this dumb idea, but I am going to be explaining it. I know to the average person, this looks like something you probably don't care about, but let me tell you. Basically, in Map Editor, you can see and edit stuff like X and Y chords, angle, bounciness, density, starting speed, and even friction and stuff like that. But there is one thing missing. Out of all of this, the game doesn't really give you a clear measurement in form of inches and centimeters and such. Sure, it doesn't really matter still, but with measurements, you are still kind of missing out on a lot of stuff. Stuff like size and reference to other things, even speed. So since the game doesn't really give it to you, I kind of just made my own. You see, in Map Editor, there are a couple constants we can rely on, but I chose something I can do, and I chose to settle with the X and Y chords. In Map Editor, there's a grid button you can toggle while editing, but the problem is you can't have it active while playing the game. So I kind of just made my own map and highlighted every single one of the grid lines. And yes, I did this while I was eating. This was extremely boring. These little squares are a constant of 25xy. Like I said, there's no thing called like inches in this game. There are also no like centimeters or feet, and definitely no fuck ass kilometers, whatever those are. I don't feel like calling these squares, well, XY squares, because that's what they are. So I'm just going to give them a name, and I'm going to call them snacks or SS for short. And for reference, your little character you play as, that cute little guy, is exactly one snack in volume. No, that was not done on purpose. But with these snacks, you can do a lot now. The main purpose I made this in the first place was for my ramp theory for measuring ramps and angles. But I'll probably make a small, short little video on that later. But this metric system can be used and useful for like all kinds of players. Like literally everyone can use this. One of the more non-important things you can do with this is track how fast the ball is moving if you really care. You can get a clip from in the game or from the Discord server and edit it to overlap with the grid and slow the video down to see how fast things are moving a second. For example, if you hold a button down going from left to right, your character moves exactly 5 snacks a second. Now, let me tell you the real important part about this ruler I made. You can take a video and overlap it with a random clip, and you can reference that video with the ruler, like I already said. But you can measure the person's movements to where you can break it down easier and understand it better with measurements. Let's use Canal or Neo, for example. Keep in mind, I'm a C plus tier player and don't even play the same playstyle as him. I have little to no experience playing off ramp, but Neo is an S tier rank player at this time of recording, and I took his clip he made where he performs the move called the Glizzy. I kid you not, I think he calls it that. And I was able to pull the move off 3 times in a row in like 3 to 5 minutes of trying it. Now, there is no move ranking system, so I can't say this is a hard move or easy move, but eyeballing it, I was not able to consistently get this move done. For those that don't understand, I think that is kind of crazy, and why I think if you really cared, this ruler can revolutionize the game a little bit more. I think that it can help the lower ranked players understand and climb the ranks more easily, and to further push the limits of what higher ranked players can do, and maybe give us a better understanding of what is possible, and to show us and teach us how other things can be done more efficiently. But yeah, that's just the main gist of things. I really want to give a shout out to Amara and Elia to convincing me to play this game more. I love those queens. But yeah, if it wasn't for them, I probably would just be eating food and playing ramp more often. And I want to give a bigger shout out to Dark for helping me with some of the stuff on this map and showing me how to use map editor and stuff like that. He really played a big part in this too. And yeah, Sigma out.